Hello everyone, Joel A. Erickson and Brandon Marcello here from AL.com. You'll be seeing this when there's lots of light outside. There's not when we're seeing this.
It looks like we're being abducted by a UFO. That's what it looks like.
Anyway, talked to Rhett Lashlee and Ellis Johnson tonight. Rhett Lashlee, maybe as stark and critical as we've ever seen him.
Yeah, he kept saying they weren't playing well, and then finally when someone asked, so what exactly, what we got? He goes,
We executed like crap.
Didn't execute, yeah. And that's pretty strong words from Rhett Lashlee or anybody on this offensive staff. So you just look at the numbers. We spoke about this in last night's video. The worst performance ever under Gus Malzahn as a head coach from the offense. And you look at just how hard they had to work for yards. Cameron Artis-Payne especially, he failed to crack 100 yards, but he was averaging 2.9 yards per carry. A lot of that had to do with busted assignments on offensive line, but Kansas State was just there right at the line of scrimmage when he was there. Averaged 2.9 yards per carry. 1.6 of that was after contact. So he was having to fight for every yard he got. Converted a couple of third downs, kept the offense moving when they had to, and they finally were able to hit their receivers in the second half.
Yeah, Lashlee wasn't very specific about what. He actually was pretty happy with Nick Marshall. I know a lot of fans were frustrated with him starting 5 of 13, but other than the first, I think he was talking about the throw to Quan early, and then I can't remember what the other one was, but he really said other than outside of a couple of those really early throws, he felt like Nick played pretty good. He did say that but he said the whole offense.
Yeah.
Whole offense, didn't go into specifics. Whole thing executed off, which you could see that.
Yeah, and a lot of it was, like as you said, not all 11 guys are doing their job, which is coach speak to a certain extent. But if you watch the film, you'll notice a lineman not doing this, or a guy not doing that. Brennan Folse not doing this. Running back not making the right read. Corey Grant not cutting up field the exact moment when he probably needed to on a couple of runs. But yet, they found a way in the second half. They converted 10 of their last 13 third downs, and there was that one drive when they went down and scored. They converted 3 third downs, 3rd and 7 or longer, all through the air, and that was the key turning point in the game for them.
Yeah, I thought when I watched the film, Nick's performance stood out. He made a lot of rushing yards where there really weren't any.
On the outside especially.
He made a lot of rushing yards where there really weren't any. And if you think back to the first touchdown drive, that was all him. 4 or 5 rushes, all passes were him. Just the whole drive was Nick Marshall at the end of the half, and there was a scramble out of that. Obviously, you want to have them do. Nobody wants to score just 20 points, but I thought that when I watched the film, went back and looked at it, he really had a very solid game, as Lashlee said, outside of a couple of misfires early.
Be interesting to see how this Auburn offense performs when they go against some other SEC defenses. Is this a troubling concern going forward? Do they execute better going forward? Is it just a one-game thing where, hey, listen, Kansas State was preparing for this game all spring, all summer. The coaches there are not going to say that. They're probably not going to, but they were. It showed. They knew where to go. They were closing in on every play. It was the best prepared defense I've seen so far in the Gus Malzahn era.
Yeah, I think the other thing to watch for is the running game. Just surprising, very surprising to see an Auburn running game struggle the way that one did. So that'll be something to watch going forward. Don't know if we'll get any answers against Louisiana Tech. That's code for we won't. But obviously, stuff to work on. Lashlee said way more critical things than we did. So by now you're probably reading some of the stuff we put up on it, but we'll have more coming out. Brandon will have something on the running game. We'll kind of try to explore this a little bit more as the week goes on. Anyway, much more coverage coming this week at AL.com. As always, back to a regular game week. You can kind of get in the rhythm now. All the bye weeks and all that kind of stuff. Well, one bye week, but all the bye weeks and Thursday games and stuff is
it's weird.
Gone for the moment. It's been a weird setup for the month of September.
AL.com.